Beautiful.
We're back on Short Ting.
Yeah, we're back.
What up, Nick Sanchez?
What's cracking, Carl?
Bro, fuck me, bro. I'm ready to die.
I feel you, bro. I've been smoking all day.
Good Friday.
It's
Smoke
Good
all
Friday.
day.
Yeah,
Smoke all day.
Praise be to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
To our soon-to-be risen Christ.
Exactly.
Christ is Lord.
He's up on the hill of Golgotha right now, dying, bro.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf is my fucking messiah now.
Shia LaBeouf has been my messiah since Disturbia, bro. Since Disturbia, bro.
I need to rewatch that movie. That's the one with Halle Berry, right?
No.
No, what am I thinking of? No, I'm thinking of Gothica. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of Gothica.
You're thinking of the wrong thing.
I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Yeah,
you should watch Disturbia.
Yeah, I'll check that out because I still haven't forgiven Shia LaBeouf from Transformers. So always be that Transformers bitch to me. Like I fucking hated those movies when they came out.
I never saw Transformers.
I had to watch that in film analysis of all fucking all things. We had to analyze Transformers.
Film analysis for who?
It was in high school. I took it. It was a high school class. Like the way it would work is we would learn about certain thing. Like it would be like this week we're gonna talk about like montages or something like that, and then they would like play a film that features some good montages. And like the teacher picks out the first movie, and then the class would vote on the second one. Yeah. Somehow or another, Transformers won. We ended up watching Transformers, and I fucking hated it.
I mean, Transformers is trash.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to watch it, and it was just like, all right, Megan Fox is hot, sure, that's cool, but
it's one of those things where
it's a fucking, it's lazy cinema.
Yeah. And the way I see it is like, as a writer, I see how much shit is just there to fill up time. Like there was one example where it was like, the woman was trying to crack the code. She couldn't crack the code, so she goes to what's that comedian's name? Anthony Anderson or whatever his name is. You know, the fat black guy. You know what I'm talking about.
You know who he is, bro.
He goes to his house. Goes to Anthony Anderson's house, and he's like, "Can you help me crack this code?" And they fuck around and they just fucking play grab ass for a while. Then they get fucking captured, and the dude's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, if you just made the chick be able to figure out the code for herself, you could have just had the movie go. He served no purpose. You know what I mean? It was just, like, I guess it was supposed to be comedic effect, but it didn't work because it wasn't funny.
Well, what's the evidence that she would have known? You're saying just make her, as a writer, just make her know what to do. Like, as the movie went on, you're saying there's evidence that she should have known?
Here's the thing. She goes to Anthony Anderson or whatever. Anderson. And it's like, he fucking knows. Why does he know? You know what I mean? It's one of those things where she's like, I'm a computer expert, but I can't figure this out. I better go to the supercomputer expert. Just make her the supercomputer expert. They're just, you know what I mean? Like, they just have a bunch of time-wasting scenes where he's, like, eating cookies and, like, playing grab ass or whatever.
This is Rob Adie, by the way.
Oh, yes, Rob Adie. Follow me, Rob Adie Comedy.
Did we not introduce our guest, Nick?
We did it.
Short Ting.
Short Ting. Rob
This
Adie.
guy doesn't think that a black man would know computers. Anthony Anderson. What the fuck? He was in Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
He was in
Why the fuck does he not know?
Hey,
he was in
Malcolm's Most Wanted.
He was in fucking, what else? He was in Kangaroo Jack. And
He's a legend.
He was in Urban Legends 2. He was in Urban Legends 2 Final Cut. He gets electrocuted to death.
He's a fucking legend, Anthony Anderson,
Put some
bro.
respect on his name.
When's the last time he's done a movie?
A while.
The last time you did a movie, bro. What the fuck? Why is he fucking Rob Adie came in a fucking aqua blue shirt, and he's going after Anthony Anderson.
It's funny,
of all
you just
people.
Aqua blue, he's coming for you.
I just feel like you just channeled your inner Dan Caprio. Like Dan Caprio has this ability where he can just point out like what you are wearing and make you feel insecure. Like he did it to me. He was just like, he's like, oh, Rob Adie, look at you in your khakis and your boat shoes, and it's just like, oh, I walked into that one.
I will not say Dan Caprio's name. Fuck him.
No.
It's real easy to do that, Rob. You wearing Crocs right now?
Oh yeah, I am. They are comfortable as shit. I love my Crocs.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Real easy.
You guys see Megan Fox recently on Instagram? Is that AI or is that really her tits?
I don't know. I've been watching a lot of tits on Instagram. Megan Fox is the last set of tits I'm on right now. It's like, because she's about like 10 years past fucking, you know what I'm saying, relevance.
All right, let's fucking, since we have a new guest on Short Ting, Let's go left to right. Tits. What are the best kind of tits?
Left to right is in me first?
Yes.
The best kind of tits, I mean, I don't want them to be too straight.
Not mine, bro. Right? Not mine, bro.
You know, I just want a friendly set of tits. Ideally, the nipples should be brown. When it's pink, it's a little alarming.
Nick likes brown nipples.
Yeah, the pink nipples are a little bit alarming to me. Have I seen it? Yes, but I didn't know it could be pink until I seen it. You know, on a woman that I used to fornicate with, and that was, you know, they were lovely tits, but you know, the pink nipples were kind of off-putting for a while because I didn't know they came that shade.
Pink nipples.
Pink nipples, yeah.
Right.
I'll accept it.
Oh, my turn to share. It really depends. It's like, here's the thing to remember. Titties don't exist in a vacuum, you know what I mean? It depends on the woman they're attached to, you know what I mean? Certain people have certain energy, and different kind of tits reflect that, you know? Talk about big dick energy, you know what I mean? Like, I think big tit energy is a thing. You know what I mean? Like, sure. you see a girl who don't got big tit energy, you're like, what are you doing, you know?
Yeah, she walks in
I don't even know what I'm saying.
She just walks in the room with her chest out, like she's about to get something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Some bitches think they're going to get something for free because they either got the tits or they got ass. They know that they're bad, you know what I'm saying? And when they know that they're bad, they're going to walk up in the room being like, hey, bitch, what's good? Like, oh, hi, I just want a latte real quick. Yeah, could it be quick? Yeah, thank you. Okay, hi, yeah. And they always got like a little smile on their face. They puff their chest forward just so you could hurry it up a little bit. But really, it's distracting. It's really
You sound like the world's most miserable barista. You'd be like, look at these big-titted bitches coming in here ordering their coffees and shit like that on the place.
I'm not miserable. I'm just calling it how I see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate it. I enjoy like everybody else. It's just, you know, that's just what it is.
I don't really care for how Rob Adie came in talking about Anthony Anderson. He's a hero of mine.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
No, I like him too. I just feel like the writers could have done him more justice. How about I put it that way?
He's been antagonistic. Wait a second. No. Mm-hmm. You said the writers should have done Megan Fox more justice.
No, not Megan Fox. What? I didn't mention Megan Fox. Her name never left my lips. Don't put words in my mouth.
Who is the computer programmer?
I don't remember. She was some blonde chick. You know what? They should have got rid of her character entirely. It should have been Anthony Anderson's character. How about that?
I just was confused because you're saying the writers should have done this and that, but it sounds like it might have serviced the plot.
It did not. It just wasted time. Because here's what happens. She goes to Anthony Anderson's house.
We don't do spoilers
for a 30-year-old movie that no one wants to see.
All right.
They go to Anthony Anderson's house. He's like, "Wow, look, I cracked the code." And then the military immediately arrests him. They take him to the place. And then she's like, "Listen, military commander, I need to talk to your boss because something big's happening." If they had just had that happen in the first place, like, what if instead of like, you know, she goes to Anthony Anderson's house, Anthony Anderson is the character who's like, he cracks the code on his own and he comes up to the boss and himself.
Be like, "Yeah, I cracked the code, sucker." Yeah. And then that'd be the whole movie. "I cracked the code, sucker."
Hold on. So you're saying you have beef with Transformers?
Listen.
Now, do you have beef with any other, say, classic movies?
Kangaroo Jack.
No Kangaroo Jack.
No.
You're being facetious.
No, defend Kangaroo Jack for me right now because you know what I want you to do? I want you to speak to my inner child right now. I want you to speak to the 10-year-old little boy who was looking forward to see the movie about the talking kangaroo, but instead that was just one fucking dream sequence.
All right, I will say to the 10-year-old Rob Adie, don't grow into this fuck. That would be my fucking advice. Don't grow up to be this.
Yeah, you've been fucking up. I like the animated Kangaroo Jack.
Never saw it.
The animated Kangaroo Jack was my shit. The movie, when I saw the movie Kangaroo Jack, I was disappointed it wasn't the animated Kangaroo Jack.
I saw the movie in Dare Camp of all places.
They definitely molested you, didn't they?
No. My buddy. So my buddy's uncle was a cop. So, you know, I got to go to Dare Camp for free. So basically, it was at Georgia Court College. It was like during the summer, so like they weren't having classes or whatever, and we were like staying in the dorms. And, like, it was one of those things where it's like the first 3 days are really cool because, like, all the field trips and shit are cool. Like, they're going to take you to Blackbeard's Cave, go on some shit, take you to Blue Claws. But then by the third day, they ran out of steam and they're just, like, kind of like, just boring bullshit stuff you're just kind of doing on campus. Yeah. But, Dare Camp of all things. They had, like, this weird, like, that wasn't weird. They had, like, a common area, like, downstairs because it was, like, the girls were on one floor, boys were on another, and then there was like a common area downstairs with like TVs and shit. And that's where I saw Kangaroo Jack for the first time. That's where I saw Daredevil for the first time.
Where'd they take you when they wanted to molest you?
Well, here's the thing. I wasn't the most attractive child in 6th grade. Like I didn't get picked.
Right, but where'd they go?
Where'd they go? I don't know. They didn't tell me.
So they must have liked it.
I don't know. They ditched me. So I don't know. I can't speak for anyone else. All I know is I had no friends during that time.
What the fuck is Dare Camp?
It's exactly what it is. We fucking like a bunch of fucking cops and ex-military dudes. Fucking
do this.
Dare Sack.
The kids show up and they do this.
It's a bunch of fucking cops and ex-military dudes like, don't do drugs, kids. And I'm like, it's funny looking back at how it's like.
There was a whole camp?
Exactly. It was a whole fucking camp of these fucking dudes trying to talk this shit. Meanwhile, it's like...
Don't do drugs at this camp.
Yeah, don't do drugs at this camp.
Were there any drugs at this camp?
I wish. It would have made it more... Well, first off, I was in 6th grade. I was too lame. I wouldn't have done drugs. They wouldn't have invited me to do
Definitely drugs in the camp counselor's office.
I believe that.
That's just why, when I think about it, when people talk about they did drugs when they were like...
Yeah, that's so weird.
Little and shit. Mm-hmm. I just go... Because I didn't. I didn't do drugs until I was like in my 20s. Mm. So what the fuck is acid like when you're 12?
You see Barney the dinosaur fucking confronts you and he's like, bro, you used to like me, but then you stopped. You started making fun of me because the other kids were. I thought you liked me, bro. And you gotta fucking confront that shit, the mask you're wearing to fit in with the other kids.
Because I imagine all the studies they did were fucking on adults and shit, like of what the fuck acid does to you and stuff. But then people are like, I did acid. I was like 12, bro. I was in 8th grade. And it's like, what the fuck did acid do to you? Because I know at fucking 31, it
broke you.
I was having sex with a clown at one time, Nick Sanchez.
Yeah? How was that?
It was great.
And then she gave you acid afterwards?
Every time she pushed her nose in your crotch, you hear...
And what is that supposed to mean, bro? This fucking guy was taking shots at Anthony Anderson. What's crazy is he doesn't realize in the first 10 episodes of our fucking podcast, all we did was praise Anthony Anderson.
Yeah,
and he opens up with Anthony Anderson's a fucking jerk off in fucking Transformers, bro.
This podcast is pro Anderson.
We love Anthony Anderson, bro.
Anthony Anderson, next guest on the podcast.
AA, bro.
We're going to AA next time.
So anyway, this is Rob Adie. Yeah. Follow him on YouTube, Rob Adie.
Rob Adie Comedy, YouTube,
Rob
TikTok.
Comedy
Actually,
YouTube.
I don't even know what I am on TikTok. I don't give a shit about TikTok. TikTok's a shitty fucking platform. My TikTok is just there to direct traffic to the YouTube. YouTube.com/Rob Adie Comedy.
You know Don Fry?
Heard of him, yeah, MMA fighter.
Yeah, I saw him in an interview and they were like, You're not on TikTok? He's like, no. The lady goes, why? He goes, run by the goddamn commies.
TikTok, bro. Mm-hmm. I never went on TikTok. What the fuck is it?
It's just
TikTok, I mean, videos. Like I imagine it's short videos. What's the longest video you can post on TikTok?
Now I've seen videos on TikTok that are like 10 minutes, honestly.
Really?
Because it used to be just short videos, but now people are getting away with like longer videos, couple minute long videos. But generally speaking, it is still short videos.
I like a good short video. That's what I'm into.
Oh, it's really great because
sometimes I come across a TikTok and it's about something like a conspiracy, and it'll be like 10 minutes of this person explaining a conspiracy. It gets a little out of hand sometimes, but it's fun.
But let's get to the real topics. We have Rob Adie here. He's a content creator, I would say.
Yeah, I do make content.
Would you describe yourself as a content creator? Do you need another Heineken?
I'll help myself, thank you.
Yeah, I have the other Heineken.
I like to think of myself as an artist and a comedian. That's how I label it. I'm an artist and a comedian, and everything else I do is me being forced to just survive. I just want to make art I just want to make jokes. I just want to be a silly goofball and just express myself through art.
Okay,
But
so mass shootings.
Mm-hmm.
What's your first step to cut? As a country, we cut back on mass shootings. What's your first step?
Let me see. The first step to cut back on mass shootings. I'm not sure. That's quite a big hill to tackle. Maybe I could get some insights from you. What do you think might be a good starting up point?
He had a lot of ideas about Anthony Anderson and Transformers, but as far as mass shootings, though, he doesn't really know.
Yeah, if somebody got an opinion about Transformers, they don't have an opinion about mass shootings.
Like when you say mass shootings,
That's
do you mean
very
like
weird.
you mean like shootings like during mass, like people shooting up a church? Because I feel like
Could
it's
be
kind
that.
of
Could
my
be
fine
that.
guest, would you like your other beer?
yes, please, thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, salute.
Salute.
Salute to the birds, to the trees,
To life.
to everybody who bends their knees.
Too short, Ting.
Sure thing.
Yeah, sure thing. Okay.
Oh,
Not sponsored yet.
so we haven't gotten really anywhere so far.
Were we supposed to?
Okay. No, yeah, we were supposed to because
Rob, I've seen videos of you on TikTok drinking piss. You mind explaining what that's about?
I feel like the videos explain for themselves. You know, as an artist, my art stands for itself. You know.
So drinking piss is an art?
Well, it's not. I feel like you're focusing too much on the piss drinking. It's about the context in which the piss drink is presented. You know what I mean?
Did you actually drink piss?
No, that was iced tea. No. I obviously I rigged that video. It was
Okay.
Yeah. No, that was iced tea.
That
I was surprised. It's so funny how it's like you don't know which videos are going to be the ones that get like views. Like there'll be videos I put a lot of work in and I'm really proud of, and it'll get 2 fucking views. And then it's like, is it piss? Yeah, I make a video called like a game show. Is it piss? Where I drink a bottle off the ground of what appears to be piss. That's the video that everyone
was
knows.
convinced
Before.
it's piss.
I'm glad that I was able to implement the movie magic like that.
I thought it was piss.
I really thought you were drinking piss on camera, and
I thought it was piss.
I did too. I was like, yo, Rob Adie is drinking piss. We got to talk to him.
Well, here's the thing. I just have a general rule of thumb. I don't drink piss on camera for free.
All right. Good. So OnlyFans Rob Adie, and you'll see him drinking piss.
Yeah.
For real this time. No fucking iced tea.
That's
No
a
real
huge
iced
shock. I thought that was piss.
I thought it was piss too. It looked like piss.
I'm really glad I was able to, I'm a big fan of special effects. I've always been a fan of horror movies growing up, watching a bunch of horror movies and shit.
Yeah,
So I always had an appreciation for like special effects and stuff and like props and stuff like that. Like I actually put a lot of pride into like the decisions on the stuff I make. Like,
So did you shake up the iced tea?
oh yeah, I don't remember what I did.
bubbles?
Here was the thing that was really weird. I don't remember nothing about that day.
Be authentic,
right.
you know.
That's how
This
you
is
got to do it.
Rob
What's
Adie.
going on out there, Short Ting? We're
Short
back,
Ting.
bro.
Yo, it's Rob Adie.
What's up? My name's Rob Adie. You can follow me on YouTube, Rob Adie Comedy. Follow me on YouTube.
Follow
That's where
him
I'll
on
make my
YouTube.
money.
You don't know about his YouTube?
When was the last time we recorded, bro?
Shit, there's been. We have a drunk podcast that I haven't edited yet.
There is a drunk podcast, Rob, that nobody knows about.
It's secret until I decide it's not.
My Way Cafe, I believe.
Yes, at My Way
After a
Cafe.
great fucking rousing show.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good Poemacalypse fucking now. 823
Yeah, it was
Broadway. That's where we do our shows.
Poemacalyptic
I keep
ass
telling
guy.
Rob that we do our open mic there every Monday. I'm waiting to see him.
What time's it run till?
So, like, at least.
9:45.
Yeah, the problem is on
Nah,
Mondays I
the
get out of work at
latest-
9 p.m. That's a problem.
Yeah,
Nah,
basically we go to
Mondays-
midnight, bro.
Mondays will go to like 10:30, bro.
And where? Okay, I'll get the details from you after the podcast. I need to know.
No,
where.
let's
You
do
want to
it right
advertise
now.
it? All right,
Let's do
where
it
is
right
it?
now. Let's
Where
do it
where
right
is
now.
it? The reason I'm
My Way Cafe.
where is that? Like what
Long
town?
Branch, New Jersey.
Long
Long
Branch,
Branch.
that's
What
about-
town? Long
What
Branch.
town?
So I'll be
bro.
arriving. So I would end up arriving around
Who the
9:45.
fuck?
Is that too late-ish?
No, that's
No.
perfect.
All right, then maybe
Who
I
the
will. I'll
fuck
start.
doesn't know Long Branch, New Jersey's My Way Cafe?
My Way Cafe. What up, Sammy?
Living
May
under
or
a
may
rock.
not be run by, Italian gentlemen who may or may not exist.
Nobody really knows what Sammy's story is. I certainly don't.
Nah, but he bets
And
on
I
horse
am
races.
not fucking.
Oh my god, I never got
am
into
not-
horse races.
Yeah, he doesn't like the Irish either. But
That's unfortunate.
He does, but he looks at them as less.
That's unfortunate.
Which is a very old school Italian thing to do, is look at Irish people as less.
That's awful.
Yeah, that's why we love them.
That's why we're here with Rob Adie and his
there's
friend.
my little cat. This is Batty. Batty Adie. I named her that because she's a bat. I found this at Goodwill literally yesterday. I went to Goodwill because, like, here's what happened. I was originally going to do a comedy video. It was going to be called Turd Lingo. And what I was going to do was I was going to paint myself up green, like the Duolingo owl, you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to learn Hebrew and Duolingo. And these motherfuckers are like, how much Hebrew do you know? And I'm like, literally none. And they're like, great, answer these questions and we'll see where to start you out with. Great. And they're like, all right, pick the word that means father. And then they like put all these symbols on. Like, I can't read their alphabet. And they're asking me, pick the word that means father. So I click. I'm literally just guessing. Click. Is this it? Oh, nope. There goes your meter. You're gonna have to watch an ad later to make it up. And it just kept fucking happening. And I'm like, you know what? I should make an ad like that. I should like paint myself up like the Duolingo owl and just fucking make fun of how terrible they are. That was what I was gonna do.
You should learn the Hebrew alphabet.
I'm learning the Hebrew alphabet. Duolingo's not doing me any favors. They're supposed to be teaching me. They ain't doing me any favors. So I'm learning the Hebrew alphabet despite Duolingo, not because of it. So what happened was I want to be the Duolingo. I want to be the Duolingo owl. So I'm like, okay, I need to go get some green temporary hair dye. You know, the kind you spray in and then you just shampoo, wash out. I need some of that stuff. I think, where do you buy that? You buy that at Party City. Well, guess what? Party City was bought by Staples. Now it's part of Staples. I go to Staples. They're like, Party City at Staples. It's 2 fucking aisles where they just have stationery and balloons. They ain't got no... They didn't have the hairspray, and I felt like an asshole asking the guy for the hairspray because the way he was just so quick to be like, no, we don't have that. And like, look at me like, why the fuck we have that? I'm like, 'cause you bought Party City, cocksucker. That's where I used to buy it. Anyway.
Damn, this really bothered you, didn't it?
Yeah, it really... This was yesterday. I'm still processing this, okay? I can tell he thought I was stupid. So I'm in the parking lot. I'm like, okay, there goes my video idea. I've been working a lot. I only have a few days off, so it's like I need to take advantage of the days off I have. So it's like, if I'm going to make a video, I can't be the Turd Lingo owl. I need to come up with something. I'm going to go to Goodwill, and I'm just going to start looking at stuff, because that's what I'll do. I'll look at stuff. I'll see if I can be inspired for a character. And then I made eye contact with this lovely little kitten right here, and I said, this is it. It's so ugly looking. It's so stupid. Yeah. I could make a video about this.
Yeah, that shit is dusty as hell, bro.
I know. I love it. And I showed it to my wife, and she hates it, and that just makes me love it even more. And then I did film a video with it today. Upload on YouTube. Rob Adie Comedy, your friend when he gets a cat. That's what I think I titled it.
You're married?
Oh, yeah, I'm married, yeah.
How long you been married?
Here's the thing. It's like one of those things where me and my wife been dating since like 2012, and we just kind of decided at one point to just call ourselves married. We're not like legally married because we fucking insurance and shit would just fuck us over. But I call her my wife. She calls me her husband because we've been fucking dating since 2012.
That's the woman you want to be with till death.
Hey, fuck yeah.
So technically, you're not married.
Yeah, technically I'm not married because because.
Feel it.
Yeah, but it's like emotionally I'm married, but technically I'm not, because in Trump's America, marriage doesn't fucking work. You know what I mean? The way the laws are set up, the way healthcare is set up, it's like we would get,
marriage is just a dirty business contract.
Exactly, and that's why I hope a politician someday corrects that shit. I'm all about those fucking family values that those conservatives keep fucking destroying,
I keep seeing people getting married, like every day.
I don't understand why. It's like so many fucking people. It's what I have this. Here's an idea I have. Here's my most controversial take. It is the year 2026. If you get fucked over in a divorce, you fucking had it coming. Everybody has fucking said this. If you get married, you need to protect your shit. You need your fucking what's that contract called? You know what I'm talking about.
Prenup.
Prenup, exactly. You need that shit.
Alright, so then you're not technically married. Why are you saying that you are married?
Because like we're emotionally married. We're spiritually married. You know what I mean? Like, how you could be married in the eyes of
spiritually.
I get what he's saying. But...
Exactly. The same way that like you could be married by the church but not the government, or vice versa. You know what I mean? It's kind of like with our understanding.
He's not legally married, but he wants
so you're saying
like that woman is
so
for life.
You are not, but you are saying you are.
Yeah. Well, he's saying I'm not. It's like
right.
Yeah, I get what you're saying too.
The problem is that words are just made up bullshit. I was like, I'm not married by the government's definition, but like, why would we trust the government's definition? Because apparently the government's definition of who you can fuck is children. Fuck.
I work for the Department of Works.
Oh, now I see why you're invested now.
Department of Works.
I am with the Department of Works. So, like, if there's a Little League field that needs to be raked out or whatever, or the lawn needs to be mowed, I work for the Department of Works.
They work, bro. They work.
Spiritually, I want that lawn to be mowed. Bro, what the fuck does it mean that you're married emotionally?
The same way that when people look at someone and go like, that's my wife, I love her so much, you know what I mean? It's
Nobody ever did that. Nick.
I'm sorry.
Nick.
I'm sorry that's your perception of marriage. I do that every day.
Nick, did you ever look at a woman and go, that's my wife, I am married?
I don't claim a woman on sight.
Nick has never claimed a woman on sight. Have I not?
If I've been with her for a while and then we're both poor.
That's not nailed. We're both poor.
And we're both poor. And we're like, we want to be together forever. But marriage does not seem like the most conventionally good idea because of the business ties that involve marriage. It makes sense, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if this fucking guy is fucking running your fucking... If he's the pastor or whatever, he fucking really has a negative opinion about marriage. And it's bled through to the fucking...
I have a negative opinion about the way that government runs marriage. Marriage is a beautiful thing. The government's fucking up. The government needs to keep their fucking
Marriage
hands
is a
down
beautiful thing. When was marriage a beautiful thing? And when did the government get too involved? Like, when did that start? When did the government get too involved and change what marriage meant? Like, are we children of a non-marriage?
Think of what marriage meant in Mesopotamia.
The ancient kingdom of Ur, when Gilgamesh was fucking... What did marriage mean to Gilgamesh?
Gilgamesh was a demigod. So Gilgamesh himself, I mean, marriage, if you're a demigod, then marriage might be above you to a mortal woman. However, the temptation of the flesh still lies within him because he is half human as well. So, I mean, the idea of marriage might be tempting, but wasn't necessarily practical for a man like Gilgamesh.
Okay, so now we have Rob Adie Amesh.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a man? Are you part man?
I am 100% man.
You are 100% mortal.
You know what? Yeah, here's the thing about Gilgamesh.
And you just say you're like, because in other words, I'm not married. Nick, I don't think you're married.
No.
All right, people who are...
We should marry each other.
People are like, dude, don't be homophobic.
Don't yeah.
Don't be a homophobe.
Resist gay hate.
But... Like, if we were saying contractually, if we had somebody here who was contractually married, you'd be going, like, you're a fucking asshole, or, like, what? Because you're saying you're married, but you're not. So I imagine somebody who's contractually, like, actually married, who, if they die or if they get divorced, there's actual fucking financial consequences to it, would go, like, what the fuck is this guy talking about in his turquoise blue, in his agua blue shirt? What do you mean, bro?
You're living outside the norm.
You're living outside the norm. Mm-hmm. Bring us in a little bit. How do you do that?
Well, it's just kind of like words are made up, ceremonies are made up, meanings are made up. I figure like marriage means what it means to me and my wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, just because it's like, oh, you need fucking someone else to fucking tell you that's your wife. You need the government to give you a piece of paper. Yeah, that's your wife. Like, no, I know that's my fucking wife. She knows I'm her fucking husband. We don't need anyone else to. We don't need fucking paperwork. We don't need the fucking lawyers to say that. We love each other. We support each other. We don't need we don't need the government involved. And so for some people in the situations they're in, it actually does benefit them. You know, the way one person has a job where the healthcare, you know, the healthcare they get, like getting married, actually does help them. It just means they're in better financial situations. That's really it.
But you'd have to tell us that, versus you can look up if somebody's married. I imagine. Or no?
Maybe.
I don't have to tell you.
I don't know if there's like a database. I mean. There's probably something that indicates that you are married, like some type of...
Well, like legal names and stuff.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, because once they take the last name and all that.
Hold on. So technically, what you're saying is like you're not married because like married means what the world means it to mean, right?
I guess, yeah, because
otherwise, because then we go, what does marriage mean to you?
It's one of those things where it's like, if you talk long enough about any subject, you basically boil down to that words are made up and that it means what humans expect it to fucking mean. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, to some people, marriage is a piece of paper. So to me, it's a relationship dynamic. You know. You know, the same way that it's like, oh, do you need a piece of paper saying that your mother is your mother? Like, no, she's your mom. You know what I mean?
Some people do, bro. You ever watch that fucking show about fucking?
Yeah, and I'm lucky enough to not be in that kind of situation. I don't need a piece of
Larry
paper.
David didn't know what his mother's real name was. Did you guys see that on fucking? It was like a 23andMe.
Yeah, wasn't it like his fucking? Was he one of those dudes where like his sister raised him or something? Like he thought his mother was his sister?
Ted Bundy. That's Ted Bundy.
I'm pretty sure it's also Jack Nicholson too. I think he was one of those cases.
Possibly Jack Nicholson, and so that's. I mean, you're going against your point.
Do I have a point? I'm just I'm the one existing. You're the one looking at my life under a microscope.
Wait a second. This guy's going to tell me he doesn't have a point? He was pointing at the camera. I haven't said anything in like 20 minutes. And you said
have
marriage,
not stopped talking.
And you said marriage is this and that. I haven't stopped talking. Marriage is, I asked 2 questions. Marriage is not what the government fucking, what the fuck is the government though?
Yeah, the government is just what Israel sets up for us. You want another beer?
Yes, please.
You already got a beer.
I'm going to be, not for long.
Also, whose wine is this?
It's mine, thank you.
Oh, here you go.
Thank you,
Blood of Christ.
Thank you.
I mean, you got the opener, right? The opener is somewhere here.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah, this is for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll get a button.
Don't worry about it. There you go.
I like how you're like, don't worry about it, like it's your fucking floor. Yeah, you're like, don't worry about it. Carl will pick it up later.
Somebody will pick it up.
Exactly. Hey, is that what you go by? You go by Carl on this podcast?
I mean, yeah.
All right.
No.
No? What do you go by?
What do you go by?
Mr. Callan?
I go by Manny Petty out here, bro.
Yeah, Manny Petty. You never heard of Manny Petty?
No, I've heard the
Manny.
No, I heard the name. I never made the connection. That's you.
That's me.
Oh, dude.
That's been me this whole
Bro,
time.
Manny
Dude,
Petty
I
takes
feel
Philly.
so dumb. I should have put the pieces together.
You never seen Manny Petty Takes Philly on Comedy Central back in 2007?
No, I didn't. It was you were on Comedy Central 2007?
2007. It might have been 2008. It's somewhere. It was like, they might have filmed it in 2007, but they aired it.
I hate when they do that shit. That's
so
okay.
They might have filmed it.
Is
Yeah,
that
Manny Petty Takes Philly.
That's so good, bro. I'm so glad. So like, you're gonna be getting your Netflix special like soon, right? Like, it's debuting soon.
Nah, man, I haven't done shit.
Oh no,
You're not gonna see me fucking anywhere.
Oh,
That's a blow. Like, it's very rare that we have a guest come on here and he's taking personal shots.
You could have just ended it at it's very rare we have a guest come on here. You could have just stopped at that because no one wants to be on this podcast.
Hold on.
Rare.
We've had a guest almost every time.
Almost every episode we've had a guest.
No, that's interesting. I'm sorry, I haven't heard your podcast.
No. He's being like a heel because he loves pro wrestling. Oh yeah, nobody likes this podcast, bro.
No,
You'd
I'm
be
just
fucking
saying.
surprised.
Listen.
You'd be surprised at the 13 fucking subscribers we got.
You know what? I'm gonna repost this podcast. I'm gonna try and help you guys get to 15. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna subscribe. That's 14. I'll find one more person.
You'll get one more.
I get one more for
and
you
then
guys.
one more will get 150 more. Who knows?
Exactly. Because I feel like we're 3 dudes drinking and talking. There's something that we're gonna say is gonna be relevant to somebody.
Yeah, each one teach one.
Exactly.
No, I'm totally fucking sober, and I want to fucking
That's
know.
so cool. Me too. I was
I
actually
wanna
thinking,
know,
are these?
I want to know what the fuck does marriage? This guy. Like, in other words, let's put it this way: marriage exists. Marriage has a definition. The government, blah blah blah.
That's
There's
a
paperwork.
definition.
Yeah, that's a definition.
Mm-hmm.
But then why are you adopting this definition and saying what it is as if the fucking word marriage has meaning?
I'm not speaking for...
Why does the word marriage have meaning?
It doesn't, but it's kind of thing where it's like, that is the most accurate word to describe me and the most accurate word to describe her is my wife's relationship.
Right, but you're also undercutting the meaning of marriage because you're saying it doesn't matter.
No, here's the thing. First of all, it doesn't matter. This is our own personal definition. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't judge other people's, that they have their own definitions, but it's like, again, you can get married in the eyes of the church. You can get married in the eyes of the government. I like the idea of getting married in the eyes of the church, the idea that we love each other and God and spiritual, and we have the spiritual connection. The only difference is that these churches are run by men, and a lot of those men are scumbags. So it's like, I don't want to officially be recognized by like these churches, but it's like I still appreciate the ceremony. I still appreciate the relationship, and that's kind of like what we're doing. It's kind of like we like what the churches are doing, but we don't like the churches, so we just kind of did it on our own. That's kind of how I look at it. It's a spiritual thing. It's an emotional thing. It's not necessarily a legal thing.
Blood of Christ.
Blood of Christ.
Blood of Christ.
Blood of Christ.
Blood of Christ. The German Christ. Very interesting, though. Very interesting, though. Because, like, I think what you're saying is what you have does not have a word to describe it.
I guess, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I guess
like,
so.
in other words,
that's accurate way,
like,
yeah.
in other words, there's a certain, like, in other words, your relationship is at a level that you would describe it as marriage.
Yeah.
But you're also saying that marriage has no meaning.
Yeah, you know, I could kind of, like, relate to that. It's like, I guess the way of saying it is marriage is the word that we currently have that best describes our relationship. Our word doesn't fit a lot of people's textbook definitions of it, but it is the closest thing. You know what I mean? Because really I could be like, well, you know, she's someone whom I've loved and been with for like 15 years at this point, and I think of her more than a girlfriend. We're financially connected. We've agreed to be with each other till the day we die. It's one of those things where it's like we've done everything other than, at this point it's just a paperwork issue. It's one of those things where it's like we've done everything that married couples do. We made all those agreements and shit. The only difference is that we didn't sign some paperwork. And to some people that paperwork means something, and I'm not like discouraging them in their personal relationship. It just doesn't mean anything to us in our personal relationship, you know? So that's why we use marriage. It's just the word that describes it best, you know?
Mm-hmm. I feel you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So this one time, like, I was turning this chick out, right?
I'm not familiar with that phrase. Are you like a pimp, like prostituting her?
Turning her out, as in like, you know, like, she's a bird. You got to bring her home and wear her out. You know, and I was just coming at her. Now in the process,
Coming at her?
I knew it was like she had a device inside. Now, is your marriage like IUD?
We did IUD for a couple of years, but then she just got her tubes tied.
That's not what I was asking, but I'm glad you said that.
Mm-hmm.
But in the sense that you have no illegal financial ties, therefore you could just keep coming at her financially.
You're gonna need to find a different analogy for me to understand, because I can't visualize coming at someone financially. I feel like coming at someone financially implies one of us has money when neither of us don't.
Yeah, so that's what I'm
We're
saying.
artists. We're fucking broke.
So nobody's gonna come at each other financially. It's like a asexual financial marriage.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Took the words out of my mouth. Asexual financial marriage. All right, so do you guys remember the first time you guys ever tried drugs?
I was at there was an abandoned ice rink in Leonardo, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
We were at a house party at this guy White Isaiah's house.
Mm-hmm.
There was two Isaiahs in my high school. There was White Isaiah and there was Black Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
Both were Hispanic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
White Isaiah was just a light-skinned Puerto Rican, and Black Isaiah was a Mexican dude from the hood.
Mm-hmm.
So we were at White Isaiah's party. And lame-ass party, his mom was there offering us pasta. And we walked out in a group at one point, went to this ice rink, and that's when my friend Patty was like, yo, "You trying to smoke some weed, Sanchez?" I was like, "I think I am." So then we smoked weed in this abandoned ice rink, and then I came back to the house party. I started petting the carpet like it was a dog, because it felt really good.
How old were you?
I was either 15 or 16, maybe one of the two. And then from there, it was just all downhill. What about you?
My first time doing drugs, it was like, my first instinct to say is that I was a lame kid, but I don't want to fucking beat up on I was a good boy. That's the best way to put it. I was a good boy. I didn't fucking talk back to the teachers. I never got in trouble. I did all my things. I was afraid to get in trouble. I was afraid of that shit. So, like, I was, like, a great student. My parents never had anything to complain about, which means that basically they left me alone. You know what I mean? I was able to... And not only that, all the kids that were, like, kind of... Some of my friends who were, like, more delinquent, they were more rule breakers, they were more into drugs, their parents loved me because I was a good role model. You know what I mean? I was the one trying to, like, fucking... But then high school comes around, you know, you get offered weed, you know what I mean? It's like, I said, yeah, so... I had a buddy of mine, he was big into the drug culture at the time in high school, you know what I mean? So, like, he was the one who was going to show me how to smoke weed for the first time. And he'd already been doing it. So we go out into the woods. There was some woods not far from where I lived, and there was a tree house in these woods. That's where I used to have sex with my first girlfriend. There was like a tree house out in the middle of these woods. Just imagine that, going out into the woods with a girl, getting ready to fuck her, and you find a tree house. Like, that tree house was built by God. I just had that idea. Like, that had to have been. But anyway, I said, let's go out to this tree house, let's smoke weed. It's isolated, there's stuff, just watch your step, try not to step on any of these dried up condoms. And so we smoked weed out there, and, you know, I tried it for the first time, and I'm like, oh, this is great, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, this is pretty fun. And we're walking back, right? And as we're walking back, all of a sudden, I just see something. No, we're not walking back. Before we get there, my buddy's like telling me, he's like, wait a minute, this doesn't feel right. He's like, you know, he knows I never did weed before. He's like, this doesn't feel right. Oh no, dude, I think this weed was laced with LSD. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, I had a couple batches, and I was pretty sure that, like, I got the good one, but this isn't how it's supposed to feel to be high. I think there was LSD in that. And I'm like, oh shit, you know. And he was like, you'll be okay. You know, we're gonna hang out all day. We're gonna be fine. So we're walking down the street, and all of a sudden, I just see a fucking beer bottle just fall from the sky, hit the ground in front of me, and shatter. And I'm like, holy fucking shit! Did you just see that? And he was like, see what? I was like, did you just see the beer bottle fell from the fucking sky? And he's like, what are you talking about? There was like, we were just fucking walking, dude. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, look, you don't see that? I'm pointing at the beer bottle. And I'm like, okay, all right, here's what I'm gonna do. I reach over, I'm like, can I touch the glass? And I reach over, and I think I feel the glass. I'm gonna grab the glass. I'm gonna put the glass in my pocket. And then when we get back later, I can check my pocket. And if I find the beer bottle glass, I'll know, like, it was a real beer bottle. I'll know I wasn't hallucinating. And we're like walking. I'm like, I can't believe I fucking saw a beer bottle fall. It makes no sense. He's like, what beer bottle? He's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, no, the beer bottle. I reach in my pocket, and I can't find the shard of glass. I'm like, searching my pocket. I can't find the glass. And I'm like, wait, are you telling me it wasn't real? Holy shit. Oh my God. And then I find the glass. My boy starts laughing at me. He was like, I threw the bottle. I was fucking with you. It wasn't laced with weed. He was just fucking with me. So that was my first time doing weed. I think we went back to my house and played video games or some shit. It was fun. But he fucked with me good. He totally had me.
My friends used to trip me out and tell me different shit had LSD in it. So, like, they would be like, yo, that shit had LSD. And I would freak out because I was like, high, and I would get gullible. Mm-hmm. And I'd be like, what the fuck you mean it got LSD in it? And I'd freak out for like 10 minutes. And I'd be like, we're just fucking with you. You know, they did that with candy one time. Oh. It was like that candy, like the wax shit that you bite the tip off and it's got juice in it.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? And they were like, bro, that was LSD. And I was like, what the fuck you mean it was LSD? And they're like, yo, you'll be tripping balls in a minute.
Mm-hmm. So, have you guys done LSD, or have you only been fucked with?
I've been fucked with.
I'm told you did LSD.
Yeah, I have never done LSD. I've done marijuana, and then I've done Delta 8, which is the synthetic marijuana. It's basically that's like marijuana plus they change like 2 things so it's legally not or whatever the fuck. They change 2 things so they can sell it in gas stations. The chemists change like 2 molecules or whatever. It's basically weed, but probably way more unhealthier for you. So I fucked with that shit. I did ecstasy once, and that was one of the best nights of my fucking life. And it's like, wow, what'd you do? And I'm like, I hung out and I talked with my girlfriend and we talked about our feelings and we listened to music and had sex. That was one of the best nights of my life in an apartment on ecstasy. Did mushrooms one time. I did mushrooms in the woods with a bunch of my friends. We were in a, my friend was real nerdy about it. He measured out what would be the perfect dose for all of us. We all took the dose and we were hanging out. What happened is he said we should all go camping together. Let's go camping. We'll do mushrooms. It'll be a good time. He says, he's like, I booked a place for us to go camping. It's going to be great. I think it was in one state over in like Virginia or whatever. Mm-hmm. We go there and it's like, Pennsylvania. I always do that. I always mix up Virginia and Pennsylvania for some reason. Pennsylvania. Go there and it's like, it's in someone's backyard. It's literally like this woman has almost like this miniature small farm, and in her backyard, she's like, yeah, you can put up a tent. So it's like we put up a tent in the backyard, and we're like, it's like basically her boyfriend is like showing us around, like talking to us. I'm like, where do we shit? And he's like, wherever you want. He gestures to the forest. But then it wasn't until, and then I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going to have to fucking just kind of shit in the woods, use leaf to wipe my ass. It's like, I saw Bear Grylls, I know what to do. But then, like, the woman who actually, like, runs the place, she's like, oh, yeah, no, we got a bucket for you to shit in. The way it works is, like, it's basically, like, you shit in the bucket, and then you throw, like, some, like, grass and, like, leaves and shit they had over it, and then the next person shits, and then after, like, the 3rd time, you just dump the bucket out, and, like, the fertilizer and shit, it's good for the thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but, like, it's not so much fun when you're on mushrooms, going out, having to trek out into the woods and take a shit. Like, that sounds, like, awful. Thankfully, I didn't have to shit when we were high, but my one friend did. I was just, like, wondering what kind of journey he was on. But we were high on mushrooms. We go into the tent, and we're laying in the tent, right? And I would close my eyes, and I would see, like, colors, and they would be, like, moving. Like, the best way I could describe them is, like, I don't know if you ever watched, like, an old computer, like, those old, like, screensavers. Yeah. Like, the visualizers when you would listen to music, like, on the old, like, Windows Media Player and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it was. They were just anthropomorphic shapes. And I was really good because, like, I didn't lose my mind, I didn't fucking, like, forget where I was. I knew, like, I'm in a tent, I'm on drugs, and I'm seeing colors. This is pretty chill. And we're just laying there. My one friend, he was playing on his keyboard, and we were laying there. It's great. And then all of a sudden, we just start hearing fucking cheering and music. And we're like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, we start hearing the Beatles. Someone's playing the Beatles music, but, like, it sounds like live music. What's happening? And we're looking at each other. We get up, and we start walking over. And over to the field, there's like, a free concert going on in the park. And there are all these people playing all these psychedelic bands from the 60s and shit. And it just so happens we're fucking high on mushrooms, and they're fucking playing music and stuff.
They're playing, like, Magic Carpet Ride and
shit. Exactly. It was fucking dope. And I kept going from different states. Because, like, when you're on mushrooms, at least in my experience, and the one time I did it, my stomach kept, like, fluctuating between nausea. Like, sometimes I'd be so nauseous I'd have to lay down, but it wasn't that bad because it's like I would lay down and stare up at the leaves on the trees, and, like, they'd start to kind of fractal, but then, like, as you pay attention to them, they would go back. It was almost like a concentration game where, like, when you focus on it, nothing happens, but when you don't focus on it, they fractal, and it's beautiful. It's like you want to see it, but the more you try to look, the more you can't see it. That's a metaphor for something. I don't know what yet. So yeah, so we're laying on the floor in that, and it was a real fucking good time until my my one buddy, he ended up getting, like, it ended up fucking with him. He ended up fucking losing track of where he was. He kept fucking freaking out. Like, he was like, wait, where are we? But why are we here? What's happening? There was one point where, like, it was like, he's not a comedian, but he's one of the funniest people I ever met. And when we were stoned, he was just like, he grabs his jacket, and he, like, like, he talks about, I think he was complaining about being cold. He puts on his jacket, he zips it up, he puts his hands in his pocket, looks down, and it's like he had the perfect comedic timing. Like, literally, puts the jacket on, hands in the pocket, looks down, a beat passes, and he goes, what's this doing on me? And he just starts ripping his jacket off immediately. There's one point where he freaks out, and he's just like, and he starts running towards the fucking road. and it's like we're trying to fucking stop him and shit. It was a fucking handful, but ultimately we sat him down, we were trying to talk with him, but like he's just all like, so this is it, right? But so you're saying this is here and this is it.
That's it, that's now.
Yeah, but like we're here. And then it's like you would talk to him for a bit, and it would seem like he was coming back. It would seem like he was coherent, but then he would just go on to some whack shit again. Like you know what I mean? It's clear he wasn't completely here. But it was a whole lot of the experience sucked, but there were some good points to it.
Right.
How old were you when you
This was a couple of years ago. This was 2021.
It's a couple of years
ago. Dude, literally that weekend I went to the fucking open mic at the Brighton Bar. I went to the open mic at the Brighton Bar after that.
I wish I knew that context, because I'm listening to this whole story, imagining in like fucking middle school.
No, I was in my fucking my fucking late 20s, early 30s, and then like after that I went to the Brighton Bar. It was one of those things where it was like fucking, you know, Angelo Gingerelli, one of the funniest, best open mic hosts I've ever encountered. He's just like, you know, he's doing the crowd work, the interaction, and he's just like, you know, anyone have anything fun this weekend? And he like kind of gestured to me, and I'm like, I did fucking mushrooms. And it's like I was still kind of processing the bad parts of it, so it's like I wasn't ready to actually like get up and joke about it yet. So
how much mushrooms did you take?
I do not remember. My friend was like, at the time, here's the funny thing. My friend, the one who lost his shit, he was like the veteran mushroom taker. He was the one where it's like, he was like, that was his drug of choice. He was doing it so much, and he had the perfect dosages lined out for all of us, you know what I mean? And we all took it, and everyone else had a good time but him.
So you just ate it straight up?
Well, yeah.
Dried mushrooms.
Yeah, we ate the dried mushrooms, water, soda, whatever, rinse it down. And what we did was originally we were just hanging around the campfire, and it was kind of like we were just going to hang around until it kicked in. That's what we did.
There you go.
Oh, it was so funny. What we had done is the night prior, it was either the night prior or the night after, I'm pretty sure it was the night prior, we decided to have a roast. So we bought bottles of alcohol, and we roasted each other and stuff. And, you know, it's like, you know, my friends had some good jokes and everything. They're not like, you know, they're not like into like the scene, like, you know what I mean, like the stand-up scene. So you know what I mean, like they don't have like they don't know.
What could they possibly roast you about?
Oh, what the fuck was that? Well, okay, so fat jokes, obviously, for one, seeing as how I may have just fucking broke your chair, fat jokes were a common thing on the table.
Quite a coincidence.
Yeah,
it seems okay.
Yeah, they put fat jokes on the table, and I ate those too. No, I don't remember any of the. I'm trying to remember.
You guys took mushrooms in the woods.
Yeah. Well, no. We took mushrooms in a farm's backyard. We took mushrooms in a farmer's backyard that had some woods.
Hold on, and then you guys decided we're going to do a Friars Club roast of
We did that the night prior.
The night prior to the mushrooms.
Yeah, because we were there for like 4 days or whatever.
So you don't remember any fucking...
Well, it's like I was drunk then, and I'm drunk now. I'm trying to remember like what was some good jokes I said. No, I don't remember who I was. I've gone through a lot of fucking spiritual growth since then, and it's like a lot of those jokes were probably more mean-spirited, not the kind of shit that resonates with me now, so that's why I don't really recall them. I remember one funny joke. I made this one funny joke to my one non-binary friend, and I was like, you identify as non-binary, which makes sense, because if I were you, I wouldn't be able to call myself a man either. Like, that was like that's the one joke I fucking remember.
Yeah, I remember when I used to just call things gay.
Oh my God, yeah.
I still do, but it's just not the same era. I just feel like an old head when I do it.
Mm-hmm. You feel like an old head, like you kids don't even understand what gay means.
Kids don't know what calling things gay was like these days.
They do now. Now woke is the new gay. Conservatives say woke when they mean gay. When they say woke, they mean gay in the way that you use the word gay. Like, that's just fucking woke. Like,
problem is people keep telling conservatives they're cool and they're not.
Who the fuck said conservatives were cool? No one said that.
Yeah, look at all the people that Nick Fuentes got. You know what I'm saying? He's more like alt-right.
It's one of those things where it's like, I can't imagine how uncool you have to be to look at Nick Fuentes and go, that guy's fucking cool. Like, it's one of those things.
It's a lot of losers on the internet. That's a problem.
Yeah, I know. And the fact that they identify with a loser. Like, back in my day, if you were a loser, you identified with a hero. You tried to fucking get better. Now you just fucking find a loser who's, like, slightly cooler than you. Exactly. Like, fuck that guy.
You just gotta find a loser on the internet that's a Nazi, and you'll identify with them because you'll be like, wow, I've been discriminated against as a white, too.
Exactly. You're just like, you know,
then you'll start feeling cool because everybody else is like, yeah, white people are the oppressed group. And it's like, get the fuck out of here. And Nick Fuentes is Mexican.
Not anymore, right?
Yeah, he's a white Mexican.
I still laughed when I fucking, like, heard about how, like, when people were like, it was one of those things, you made the fucking comment, my body, your choice, or whatever the fuck, and he fucking did that right after the election, and it was like ringing the dinner bell, because it's like so many fucking liberals were fucking pissed off because Trump had won the election, so for him to say something, he was the perfect target to dogpile on.
Yep.
He was fucking crying and shit, or whatever shit. Fucking, like, if someone who fucking worked with his mom who fucking came out and said that, like, he used to keep getting in trouble in school, he used to shit his pants in school, his mom had to come fucking pick him up and shit.
Yeah, I believe it.
And it's one of those things where it's like, these people will be fucking losers, but they can't fucking face themselves and realize, fuck, I'm a loser, I need to do something about it. They're just like, no, it's the rest of the world's fucking problems, you know, I shit my pants, but I'm cool. You know, fucking Kristi Noem's fucking husband doing fucking sissy porn. You see that shit? He dressed like a woman with big fucking tits. And it's the kind of thing where it's like, we don't give a shit if you did this. You know what I mean? Like, you want to fucking do that? That's your life. Live the way you fucking want. But the fact that you're fucking actively discriminating against people who fucking engage in that kind of activity and demonizing them and using them as scapegoats, and then you do this activity yourself, like, wait. I get it. You have a lot of internalized shame. You don't need to have shame about this. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing. Wait. Stop fucking being pissed off at people.
I didn't know Kristi Noem's...
You didn't know this?
No, I saw the thing, but, like, he discriminated against...
Here's the thing. You don't fucking marry Kristi Noem if you're not aligned with her values.
This is where we fucking come into the fucking thing where, like, this guy gets married, but he has a weird fucking thing on the side, and now you're saying that he discriminated against, like, I didn't know who he was. I don't know who Kristi Noem is.
Oh, Kristi Noem was cheating on her husband also.
Yeah, she was... Oh, my God. I saw that. Did you see that one meme, the Mary fucking kill with Kristi Noem? Mary, and it's a picture of her fucking husband with the fake tits. Fuck, it's a picture of that guy, and then kill, it's a picture of the dog she shot.
How the fuck did we run out of Heinekens?
Oh, my God.
I mean, we had
wasn't enough. That's 3 each.
Mm-hmm. No. Really? Holy shit.
I mean, Ribs is right over there.
Mm-hmm. We can go to Ribs. I'm hopping in Nick's car. We're going to Ribs.
Yeah, we're going to Ribs. Yo, if you've never been to Ribs, I've never been to Ribs either, but fucking, if you've never
Rob's
been to Ribs...
hopping in. I'm bringing my credit card.
Oh, I like that.
You got a credit card.
We best go to fucking Ribs.
Yeah, we the best.
We definitely need to go to Ribs before they go under and change their name again, because I feel like in the time I have lived in this area, that place, I feel like every time I close my eyes and look back up, it's been rebranded as a new place, whether it's new ownership.
No, it's been Ribs for a while. It was Ale House. It used to be like a date, like it used to be like 1833 pub or some shit. But then it was Ale House, and then Ribs has been there for like 10 years at this point.
Oh, it's been 10 years. Good for Ribs.
Tony Rivoli used to come in and fucking, like, he hated the whole fucking pandemic thing. Like, no, Ribs has been there for like 10 fucking years, which I'm definitely hopping into next.
Do you remember what year we met?
2018.
You have the exact year. Damn, you fucking knew off the top of your head, because I don't
probably
remember.
March 16th or 18th of 2018.
Oh my God, that warms my heart, the fact that you remember that. I fucking genuinely, I love having you as a friend. I love you, bud. But yeah,
I remember.
Because I remember we met at the Revolutionary Lounge, the open mic. You went up and you fucking crushed it. You crushed it You crushed for a Revolutionary Lounge open mic, okay? Considering there were fucking 3 comedians, you, me, and Jack Steiger, and then the rest of them were musicians.
You were the best. Was there?
No, here's what happened. I went up to Jack Steiger, and, I told him the same thing I said to you. I said, hey, look, I'm looking to get in the comedy scene. You were so funny. I think you're so cool. You know what I mean? But he was busy. he was busy. He was like, listen, no, what it was like he had to leave somewhere. So, he was polite. He was great. Jack Steiger's a great comedian, great guy. Love him. But what he did was so we just quickly exchanged information because he was busy. He had to go somewhere. So it was like we didn't have time to bond. And then I came up to you afterwards and we talked and we were able to, we chit-chatted, we bonded or whatever. It was funny because at the time you were going under the name Algernon Renew. And I thought that was your real name. I thought your name was really Al. I remember talking to my mom. And I was like, I'm going to meet up with this dude I met. His name's Al. We're going to go hang out. But, it's like thankfully Jack Steiger didn't have time for me, so I was able to fucking buddy up to Carl Callan, because at the time I was starting stand-up comedy, I was trying to network, I was trying to be like, do you know any open mics, and then, we discovered the Brighton Bar together, we fucking did the Brighton Bar for the first time together, like, that was a lot of fucking fun.
You know what's crazy is the first time I did stand-up, that night, we were here, and we were fucking... It might have been after that we were playing beer pong, but I remember saying to a chick who worked here, I was like, she had like Bacardi or something, so I got drunk, so I don't even remember where you're like, you crushed it. I was like, I don't remember a fucking thing. But I remember I met Nick at fucking Battle River.
Yeah, Battle River.
When I was drinking Huddy's Revenge.
Yep.
Those fucking IPAs, and I was fucking blitzed.
Yeah, and you were Carl on stage, and you introduced yourself as Mike, so I got confused.
That was so freaking confusing, too.
Dude, I remember that. We talked and shit, but, I remember you kind of being like, what the fuck is this guy's deal? Yeah. But that wasn't your first time, was it? Or was it close to,
That was towards the beginning. I was a couple months in, probably.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
What was your first night that you did?
That I did comedy? It was November 3rd, 2022.
2022, man.
Yeah.
So I remember, it's just weird. It's like the reverse of what we're talking about. Because, dude, I think about that often at fucking Revolutionary Lounge. Because some people came and they were in the back of the room. And I remember feeling like, oh, this went really well. And now I think about it every once in a while and I'm like, how the fuck did I do? Because there's no footage of it. And part of me thinks I did terrible. You know what I mean? And fucking that's crazy though, because they moved Revolutionary.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, here's how arrogant okay, so the reason I haven't done stand-up in a long time is because I've been working on myself and I realized I got into it for the wrong reasons. I got into it from a place of ego. I didn't love myself, and I figured if I could go in and I could use my talent.
When was the last time you did stand-up?
It was probably a show you put on. It might have been Shalloween, if not, maybe a Brighton Bar open mic a couple weeks prior. You know what I mean? It's been a hot minute, yeah.
That's 7 years at this.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Damn. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You gotta work your shit out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have been, and I'm really excited to maybe perhaps go into that. We went to that one poetry mic I thought was cool. I thought that could be an interesting thing, going to poetry. But it was when I went into comedy, I kind of was I wanted to be an over the top, larger than life persona. You know what I mean? I was just so much self-hatred towards myself. I wanted to be something bigger than that. So it was I was looking at dudes like Andrew Dice Clay and Sam Kinison, these larger than life comedians,
right. But
these personas.
They didn't start there.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't learn that lesson. I wanted to be that so bad. So the first time I did an open mic, I had a monologue planned out. Here's the thing. I grew up watching pro wrestling. I'm more so that influences the way I public speak. I'm fucking cutting a promo up there. I'm going up there. I'm this is how fucking cool I am. I make this whole speech. I had this whole thing. I memorized it just everyone go on your phones, log on to your Facebooks or whatever was relevant at the time, and post your statuses because you are about to witness history in the making. The greatest comedian ever is making his stand-up comedy debut. And you were about to witness it. I was
Rob
in my mind.
To open like that.
I was opening up from the mindset of you're about to see the next fucking thing in comedy. This is a significant moment. Fucking appreciate it. And I do this whole monologue, and then I forget everything else I was gonna say. I forgot my entire set. and I had to pull out the paper, and I sit on the stool, and I read it. But when I wrote this set, I wrote it as this confident character. So it's like, I have this whole bit, like, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to boo me? I don't give a fuck about your boos, said the trembling man-child sitting on the stool. I have never seen it. I haven't recorded. That is my first stand-up set. I haven't recorded. I haven't watched it yet. I said to myself, if I ever get famous enough that I can make that a Patreon exclusive, I'll do a reaction video.
Wait a second. You never watched it?
I cringed so hard at it. I never watched my first fucking set.
I feel like this is a Ting exclusive. You got to give it to us, bro. We got to
You know
watch
what?
it.
I'm gonna be complete. Listen, I'm gonna be.
We should have been. This should have been the episode from the beginning that we watched. Robin.
Honestly, now that you're saying it out loud, it's one of those things where it's like back and then I was all about avoiding discomfort and shit, but now I'm more about embracing discomfort. My train of thought was like, I was worried about the feelings it would stir up to see myself be awful. I fucking bombed. I was terrible, and I felt so bad about it. And I was afraid of the feelings that I would feel that when I watched the video. I said to myself, you know what? I will watch the video, but I'll watch it when I'm good. Then I won't have to feel those feelings. I'll wait till I'm a good comedian. I'll get my reps in. I'll get good. Then I can look back and I can do a review video.
Can you remember what was your intentions going into that? Like, why did you go to that open mic? Like, what was the...
You know what it was?
Like, what was the reason that brought you after that? Because that's honestly, as crazy it is, like, Nick, you've been doing this shit for a few years. At this point, it's like a revolutionary lounge. What would you describe it as? Like a coffee shop, a cafe?
Coffee shop. Yeah.
Right? It's like, it's like a 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock open mic.
I'll tell you.
Music and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Like, why did you go to it?
I'll explain you exactly. It was because, okay, Joe Rogan, for all he's worth, he had a great piece of advice. Listen. I always loved stand-up comedy. I appreciate stand-up comedy. I like the likes of George Carlin, Mitch Fatel, Mitch Hedberg,
Tony Rivoli. We're going to Ribs.
Never heard him. I loved all the stand-up, and one thing I liked about comics was like I always saw the world through the world. My lens was always humor. I could see the funny side of stuff, and the way they talked about their lifestyles, it just seemed so appealing. You travel, you do drugs, you do alcohol, you fucking bang groupies, you go through this life, and you just be a that's the way they presented it, and that was the kind of lifestyle I wanted. And for years and years, I'm thinking of comedy stuff, I'm writing it. But it was Joe Rogan who like, it was on one of his podcasts, and he was like, people ask us all the time, like, how do you become a stand-up comedian? And they're like, I do this, I do that. I go to open mics. That's it. That's my advice. Go to open mics. Yeah, well, I'm not. Go to open mics. Like, whatever your problem is, go to open mics. That's how you solve it. And that was a great piece of advice, and that's what I did. So when I saw that the Revolutionary Lounge had an open mic, I said, fuck it, I'm going. That was literally it. It was like, that was it, because it's like I had so many bits. I've been writing bits and routines in my notebooks for years, and in my head I always kind of identified as the comedian, but I wasn't going to the mics. I was a fucking fraud in my own head, and I was scared of the rejection. So when Joe Rogan said just go to open mics, I said I'm gonna go. Went to the open mic, I fucking bombed, and then instead of processing those feelings, learning from it, I suppressed it. I said to myself, I don't have to feel these feelings. I'm just going to keep going to open mics until I'm good, and then once I'm good, then I can explore these fucking feelings, not realizing that exploring the feelings was what would make me good.
And also, that's not a high-stakes environment.
Here's the thing, it was to me.
But
it was to me.
Nick, what was your very first open mic?
My first was City Lounge in Lyndhurst, and on a Thursday night, November 3rd, 2022.
City Lounge in Lyndhurst.
City Lounge in Lyndhurst.
Because what's crazy is like literally me and Rob Adie's first open mic was the same night. Right?
Really? Was it? That was your first night. If it wasn't your first, it was at least like your second. Like we were both starting out around the same time.
It was my first when I met you, I think.
Oh, because you were...
on November 3rd, 2022.
You know what it was? When we first met, you were like... It seemed like you were all there. I don't know if you were drunk, stoned, whatever. But it was kind of like, you were polite, you were cordial. I introduced myself. We exchanged information, and then we met up again. And then we met up again. You
was it March 2018?
I do not remember. Sounds
because I did March 2018, and then I did 420 at Anchor's Bend. that same year.
I know I did one show with Anchor's Bend with you. I don't know if that was the same show.
I think that was like late, a little bit later.
I only did the Anchor's Bend one time.
Yeah. No, the first night ever that I did stand up or whatever you call it, Rob Adie was there, man. I remember you had the fucking stick. The
selfie stick.
The selfie
it was
stick.
One of those things where I figured that would be my shtick. I kind of do my own little fandango thing. I had the selfie stick while I was in the stand. Yeah. I was like, because again, pro wrestling taught me how to be a man. Okay, when I talk shit to somebody, I channeled my inner Rock. The Rock is how I learned how to talk shit, which was really hard because he used to use the phrase, like monkey ass a lot, which in the wrong context could be racist, and I had to be careful of that because.
Hold on. So Nick, how did you do City Lounge, Lyndhurst, 2022?
How did I do? I mean, everybody that night was bombing.
Did you film it or no?
No, hell no. I was just like, I got to start somewhere. So I just started.
So
I got crossfaded because I was nervous.
Absolutely.
So I went up there. I just said a bunch of shit that I had on my mind. Some of it got the bartender to laugh. That was enough for me.
That's interesting that you say that because I was crossfaded the first time because we were here and then we went across the street to fucking Revolutionary Lounge. I was ripped, bro. I don't even remember what I was drinking. Bacardi. I drank I was smoking weed, everybody's smoking weed, and then I was like, I'm so fucking nervous. I'm going to embarrass myself in front of all these, hot girls. I'm like, this is going to be terrible. So I was like, what are you guys drinking? And somebody gave me, Bacardi, I guess, or whatever. And we drove across the street. Literally, that place is across the street from here. And I was fucking ripped. But that's where I met Rob Adie. That came full circle.
Sometimes it happens. Like that,
7, 8 years later.
It's so fucking.
Here he is right now.
It's so funny how it's in my head. You could tell I was thinking about it from a place of ego because I was totally approaching it thinking about when I'm a big star and shit like that, as opposed to I should be investing more time in writing good jokes. For instance, I'm thinking when the Brighton Bar moved, not the Brighton Bar, sorry, when the Rev Lounge moved locations, I was thinking to myself, well, great. When I do my, famous documentary about my origins, where do I show them? Where do I start? Do I go to the Chinese restaurant that now stands and show them where where I actually debuted, or do I go to that? That was my priority, as opposed to, people laughed at 2 of your jokes last time you went up there. Maybe that's what you should be focusing on,
Yeah, live in the now. Don't fucking focus on the future.
Exactly. That was my problem. I was coming at it from ego.
Yeah, the future is whatever you make. You got to put in work to make that future happen.
Exactly. And it was one of those things where it's I guess, this is going to sound so pretentious. I was naturally very good at school. I guess I'm high intelligence or what, but it was the kind of thing where I could kind of half listen to the teacher, just take notes, study before a test, and get good grades. I had to put very little effort into succeeding in school, and I got a lot of praise for how smart I was. So I thought, this is the amount of effort you got to put in to be good at something. And exactly. You shaking your head. Exactly. I see that now. I see the flaw. So I just thought, I'll just keep fucking showing up at mics and I'll just kind of gradually improve. And there is some truth to that. But at the same time, I was completely coming at it from the fucking wrong angle.
Life is a whole different thing. Book smart is one thing. Being different types of intelligent, socially intelligent, street smart. These are completely different things you're not going to learn just in school. Yeah. You start to learn bits of it from interacting with people outside of class. That's how you start to learn how to interact in the real world. But, really, school itself is they're measuring how good of a worker you would be. And that's what it is. They want you to be a fucking obedient worker. That's what they teach you to be in this country. Not to question things, not to fucking be actually intelligent. Just how good are you as an obedient worker? Well, that's why I was very mediocre. That's why I'm fucking...
That's a cope.
That's why I did comedy.
I'm sorry, just as a cope. I wasn't stupid in school. You're a sheep. You're a sheep. No, I understand, but it's just funny.
I knew things, but I can't get my fucking head around algebra. Can't get my head around fucking.
Yeah, no, I get it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like different shit, like calculus,
variables and shit.
Yeah, fuck all that, bro. I don't need
X, Y, and Z, bro.
None of that shit.
where I was the opposite. That's the shit that made sense to me. I was approaching relationships and jokes and shit like that almost like there was a mathematical formula, but that's not how it fucking worked.
No, because if you approach it like that, then I mean that's very autistic of you. But you're like,
I'm autistic. Well, what do you expect me to do?
I will say
one
this
of my
though.
top 3 autists.
I will say this though. The first night I met Nick Sanchez, dude, I was fucking ripped. I was fucking ripped, and like this dude has stuck with me from that day, and he's never judged me for it. Cause I remember that fucking.
You chilling, bro.
It was like. It probably started out as an okay night. You probably saw me and were like, "He's whatever," but like by the end of the night,
I was like, "Yo, you did good, bro."
By the end of the night, though, that was a rough night for me, and you never fucking judged me for it. And it's just interesting because like I never really. There is like a brief video of me the first night at Rev Lounge when I met Rob Adie. Was there anybody there? Was there like people there?
There were some people there. There were musics. There were musicians. There were cover bands. There were people like watching that. I remember at one point like there was. Oh my god, sorry. I just remember this thing. I had an interaction with some chick I was talking to on Tinder, and she was just like, I hit her with that line like, "Oh, I'm a comedian." And then she was like, "Oh yeah, I think I saw you. You did Rev Lounge, right?" Immediately delete her. But okay, she knows I'm not funny.
Nah, I'm a comedian means my dick is about 3 inches smaller than you thought it was.
Exactly. That's exactly what it fucking is.
That's not something I openly tell people.
That's what I thought at the time. You see, like exactly. I'm like, yeah, like.
But I have gotten pussy from doing comedy. That's different.
See that? I wish I had.
Because my problem is like I know how to talk. And I could do comedy, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I get off stage, and I just bullshit, and I know exactly, like, especially if I got a drink, something will come to me, like, if I hear this girl talking about something, I'll be able to play off it, make her laugh a little. She's like, oh, okay, and then, once you get her laugh, that's, like, half the battle. You know what I'm saying? And then, basically, it's just a matter of, like, how likable are you? Well, you're already likable. But just keep playing on the likability, and then that's basically like just hitting a chaunch every time you do it. I shouldn't have revealed all that.
Exactly.
That's the truth.
Oh, dude, you're gonna run Andrew Tate out of business. You're telling people how to fucking get chicks. Be likable. You mean being a fucking cool dude is what gets girls to like you.
Don't be creepy. Too many comedians are creepy, and they have this woe is me attitude, and it doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't get you anywhere in terms of if you want to get the fucking chuckle fuckers, like you say, like you don't.
No, that's a fucking interesting thing, though, because, like, you see a lot of comedians, they do whatever, and then, like, they run out of the place.
And then they go, oh, well, I'm such a loser.
And, like, little do they know, if they just hung out and fucking talked to some girl at the bar.
Yeah, bro.
It would probably work out all right.
It would work out eventually. If you were just a socially chill dude every night, you're gonna fucking pick someone up eventually. You know what I mean?
Eventually, like, if not all these comedians are like the worst looking dudes either. They're like, oh, I'm such a loser, and it's like it's not playing to your advantage that you're just downplaying yourself where you could be. Like, you know what I mean?
It's hard to talk yourself up. Again, that was something I got from pro wrestling. They're always fucking putting themselves up, which was like, it's hard to do that as a comedian. You know what I mean? Because you know what it is. Self-deprecation is easy. That's what it is.
It is, but also like. You undervalue yourself a lot as a comic because you think like, oh, I got to be a loser. I got to have to.
You start to believe that shit. You start to believe that shit.
You had to have struggled in some capacity in life, I guess, to like write some of your material. But that doesn't mean you're a loser. It means that you've gone through a life that's worth talking about. That's it.
How long does the podcast go for? Because I got to piss.
We're about to end actually. So.
Oh, beautiful.
I mean, you got to piss, but you got anything to plug?
We're going to Ribs.
YouTube.com/RobAdieComedy. Follow me on YouTube.com/RobAdieComedy, my YouTube channel. That's my main. That's where I'm hoping to make my money from. I'm on other social media too. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Instagram. Fuck those sites. I deleted my Twitter the moment they changed the rules to allow you to bully trans people. Fuck Twitter. Fuck Instagram. Fuck Facebook. Follow me on, I do have a TikTok. You can follow me, but it's all just to follow me to YouTube. YouTube.com/RobAdieComedy. Fuck my the other places I'm on.
You got anything to plug, Carl?
No. Oh no. Bars on the Beach, April 14th. This man booked me.
That's right, April 14th.
I'm going to be there. Three Brothers Pizza. Rob Adie's coming.
Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait to see you, bud.
He's signing up for the open mic, too.
Bars on the Beach.
You are on record. You're signing up for the open mic.
We got Wild Work Comedy at Stone Dojo, April 21st. We got...
You changed that fucking location, bro.
We did. We changed the location because...
I am not on that show. I will be there, I guess.
The other place was trying to screw Saquon.
I guess I'm going to pay the $25. What is it, 10?
You don't got to pay. Just come in the back door. Manny won't care.
I'm coming in the back door, Manny.
Come
what
in
up?
the back door. And then the next day, Puff Puff Poems, April 22nd, at the same location, Stone Dojo in Toms River.
Rob Adie's got to come to that.
I got it. It's in Toms River?
37, Route 37, bro.
Right off Route 37.
Stone Dojo.
Then the 24th, I believe, is Poemocalypse Now.
Holy shit.
And
that's a huge fucking week. That's a huge fucking week.
With Corey Phelps, who was open for Dion Cole, and I believe Marlon or Damon Wayans, one of the two of them.
Corey, we love you.
Corey Phelps and Sally Sellers. And then I think we plugged all of it, yeah.
That was awesome.
Hold on, we didn't plug Rivoli's Hub on Hooper Avenue, Towns River. That's Rivoli's where, Hub. If you guys want to find us, if Nick posts this right now, if you guys want to find us, we're going to be at Rivs getting some fucking buffalo calamari.
Calamari.
Speaking of, yeah, I went to Rivs, wasn't Rivs, but one of the first times, not one of the first times I did comedy, but within the first few months or whatever, afterwards, we went to fucking Rivs, but it was Ale House, Hooper Avenue. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be there in about 10 minutes.
10 minutes, baby.
We're hopping in Nick's car. Rob Adie's going to piss.
And we're going to see what happens.
And you can see that piss on my OnlyFans.
OnlyFans /Rob Adie.
Fetish Piss Rob Adie at YouTube.